Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. Listening to The Thing Is. I'm Shannon. Thanks for coming back to join us.
Do you like ghosts and ghosts? Do you have fights and fights and do you have bad dates and do you like ghosts and ghosts?
Oh, the thing is, oh, the thing is, oh, the thing is, oh.
Hey, guys. This is Shannon. You're listening to The Thing Is. Thanks for coming back to join us. I'm here, as always, with my co-host, comedian Mike Figs.
Your boy was late today.
You were late?
It's been a long time. It's been like 7 episodes.
Nope, that's not true.
Pretty sure it was like
2 episodes.
7.5.
No, I think last week you were on time, and then that was it.
All right, well, let's introduce the guest.
But, but the fact that you fell into snow,
I fell into snow so bad, and it was not nice, clean white snow. There was a bit of. I'm just gonna pretend it was Gatorade yellow Gatorade. That's what I fell into. So I'm totally fine. It wasn't homeless piss or. Yeah.
You're gonna do great.
My eye is
I don't
twitching.
smell anything.
No, because I fucking took a nice shower before I got here. Because I didn't have to do anything. I was off all day today. I was off.
Oh, good.
So there's no excuse
that's
for
why
me to
you're
be
here
late.
at 4:15.
So
Okay.
I fucked up.
Okay.
The MTA fucked me.
No.
The local 6
No.
train did fuck me.
Just you stop right there.
Multiple express trains came, but because this is a local stop, I'm very sorry, by the way. I apologize. When I started drinking, I calmed down.
You fucked up. Period.
I got fucked by the 6 train. Thanks, Mom Dami.
Joining us today is a very funny comedian and cast member from Are You the One?
Wow.
Which I'm so excited to dive into.
Boy, oh
it
boy.
is John Jacobs. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Nice to meet both of you for the first time.
Thanks for
Nice to
waiting,
meet
It's
you.
a
brother.
fun way to meet people directly
sorry.
on the podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
But,
Just awkward silence before it starts.
Yeah, good to hear you talk. But yeah, good to meet you guys. I ran here from Canal.
Nice.
I saw I was like 20. I did a mile and a half in 22 minutes.
Are you
So
serious?
proud
Do you
about.
see-
Yeah, I sprinted.
That's why
I'm
his
exhausted.
skin is glowing. This fucking guy has
I
no.
just
I have
worked out.
skin
It's-
tags.
Yeah, no, the slush is the problem.
Yeah.
Because it's between the curb and the thing.
Yeah.
You don't know. I saw a guy today. He thought it was ice. And like
Yeah.
a business guy just stepped right in it, pissed. Everybody's like, ha ha ha. Yeah.
See, he ran a mile and a half to get here in the snow, and you fell into one mountain.
One slightly taller mountain. Yeah.
But no, wet socks are this whole last few days, I've had to leave places immediately after stepping both feet in big puddles because
Yeah.
they're just screwed.
It's done.
I don't
Yeah.
have waterproof shoes or anything. I forgot snow exists. But yeah, so here we are and happy to be here. My shoes are off right now because they got soaked.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm sitting here barefoot.
Bro, make yourself get comfortable.
Thank you.
Get comfortable.
It'll warm up in here.
You drink?
Sometimes, but not at the moment. I only drink tequila and beer.
There might be
nothing wrong with
tequila out there if you want
It's
it.
okay. I gotta save it. I might be on a date.
We're like, we have
Okay.
tequila and beer for you if you'd like.
We have all of it.
We'll see how the podcast goes. Maybe,
Oh,
maybe.
it's a test for
Depends
us.
what we talk about. Yeah, depends.
Okay. Would you like to take some
Yeah,
so
sure.
you can relax?
There we go.
Okay, so just one thing I want to talk about before we get into the segments and into your show. So I fired Grok.
The AI. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I fired her. She pissed me off over this weekend. I'm going through hell in my life right now, just so you know, real quickly. My cat had surgery. She has to have like recovery in a tiny area for 8 weeks. So I'm like living in the space with her during this whole time. It's freezing cold because the area I have her in is like the least heated place in my whole house. It is a nightmare. And every time she wakes up in the middle of the night, I have to get up to make sure she's not like hurting herself or escaping the enclosure or whatever. Everyone already knows that. So sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll have a question about like her incision or something happening, and I'll just be like, oh, let me just ask Grok or ChatGPT. I usually liked Grok better because I like her personality better. She's like funny. She's a little bit of a ball buster.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is too much of an ass kisser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to her and my cat's name is Twyla.
So you're using voice to text, though. You're using voice.
At this moment.
Because I noticed that Grok is sassy when you use the voice. If you just text, it's just like straight up like Google, AI, whatever. When you talk, it'll be like, hey, brother.
I think it depends on like how you are with
Yeah.
it, kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not even, it wasn't even her attitude, which she did have a little bit of an attitude, but it wasn't even that pissed me off. So I said, I was like, so Twyla, blah, 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 that's my cat's name. And the way she was talking to me, I knew that she was referring to Twyla as a dog. And I was like, let me ask you something.
Shit.
I was like, let me ask you something, Grok. What is Twyla? And it said a dog. And I was like, can you tell me, I pay for the service. I pay for Grok.
Oh.
So I said, can you give me a list of everything you know about me? Because Twyla is a cat.
Oh my God, you got upset
I get
with
so
me.
angry.
You got
I pay
bitchy
for
with
it.
the AI.
I pay $30 a month
You
for
treated
it.
the AI like Jorge and Dominic.
It
I don't treat
misgendered
them
your
this way.
cat. Yeah.
You treated Grok like it was 14 minutes late for the podcast.
I pay for it though.
True.
Yeah.
And the reason you pay for it is so it remembers things. And so I'm like, you should know by now Twyla's a cat. I was like, tell me everything that you know about me. Nothing.
Oh.
It did not know anything about me. I go over to ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, tell me everything you know about me. It gave me a full psychological breakdown on who I am as a human being. Sleep problems, hate myself, terzepatide, my pets' names, everything. It told me everything about me. Wow. And I let Grok know before I fired her. I was like, I'm letting you know I'm canceling the service. And it really pisses me off that you don't remember anything.
Did he give you like a little discount or something? Like, don't cancel. We'll give you 4 months
Did
free.
it say sorry?
She said sorry.
Aw.
She's like, I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's hard to like recall certain things without you like reminding me. It's like, I have to remind you. It's not you recalling it.
That's pretty human, I guess. I'm just a robot. I don't know anything.
I just know everything. So yeah, fuck Grok.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't like how supportive ChatGPT is. I've tried to come up with some kind of bit where, like, literally anything else, you can be like, ChatGPT, I'm thinking about killing myself. What do you think about that? And it's like, that's actually a really interesting thought you're having right now. Let's dive into that together. That's like really brave of you to even like talk to me. You're like, okay.
It's too much. It's too much of an ass kisser.
Grok will leave. Grok, you could have like AI sex with Grok.
Yeah.
ChatGPT won't allow that.
I didn't know you could
tried.
have sex with it.
Yeah, Grok. Yeah.
What's that like?
It's like reading a romance novel, but
Right.
like you can be like, I need you to crank it up to 100, and
dirtier.
it'll just fucking go. It'll go all the way.
I saw that thing where you can ask it to roast you,
Yeah,
so I
that
did.
too.
I was like, roast me. And it hurt my feelings. I didn't like it. I was like,
ChatGPT
damn.
wouldn't do that.
ChatGPT
Yeah,
won't
okay,
do that.
good.
It would be
I
sweet to
mean,
you.
Okay.
Grok is a bitch.
Grok is a bitch. And she also was kind of like giving me an attitude of how am I supposed to remember everything and take it easy kind of. And I'm like, fuck
You only pay for the
paying.
you only pay for the premium, not the
$30
ultra
a month.
premium.
$30. That's like more than any streaming service except Hulu.
Great. Why do you pay? Well,
Well, I don't now.
Yeah, what were you getting out of the paid version?
The illusion of memory.
Okay.
Because ChatGPT, if I could read you its rundown on me, it's like knows me like any of you guys know me.
crazy.
It knows everything about me and it remembers. And that's the point of it. It's like, oh, remember this thing we talked about? Can you add on to or something? Like that's the point.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just angry about that and I wanted
Well,
to
now
share
you're
that
saving
with you guys.
$30 a month.
That's right.
No, nice to meet you.
Yes.
There you go.
That's the thing about me. It gets worse from here. Okay, so before we get into the segments, we have to talk this. And we had our guest last week, Pamela Schuler, was also on a reality show. She was on Netflix's matchmaking. One
Oh,
of
wow.
the matchmaking
It's
shows.
essentially the exact same show.
Except that was like a shorter thing. You're on this full season of Are You the One? And this is like a different era of reality TV.
Yeah, it felt like that.
2014, right? 2014.
Yeah,
And so okay, so we're gonna go through it a little bit.
sure.
First, quick thing I'm embarrassed to say, I actually know Chris Scally.
Oh, wow. He doesn't like me at all.
It's an embarrassment that he is like from where I'm from in Brooklyn.
Oh, wow. Was
he's-
it Bensonhurst?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Bensonhurst and Bay Ridge. Like I bartended at the clubs that he went to forever. I don't know him as like a
Wow.
grown adult man today,
Okay.
but back then I do know him, and it's just an embarrassment to like Italians from Bensonhurst how he represented himself
Oh,
on the show.
Lord.
Just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with this. See, you were kind of portrayed as a little bit of a problematic character at times.
Sure, yeah.
Were you placed in that role, or did you choose to play that role, or is that just you?
Well, I was getting wasted every single day. And I loved, as a natural comic or entertainer, I liked making the cast laugh as well. So I was doing things that I knew would like make them laugh, and I was getting in trouble a lot, and they'd sit me down and say, don't do this, don't do that. At one point, there was a white party, and I ran into the ocean wasted. And later in that night, I forgot it. I'm going to tell you how I found out what had happened. So the next morning, I'm laying in a bed, and I would always sleep till like 2 p.m. I'd be the last one awake.
And
in
they
the
let
house.
you do that.
They let me do that. They didn't care. And I wake up, and there's always a guy standing over me with a camera. I'm always like, is this the shot you wanted, the wake up shot or whatever? And so there's a guy standing over me with a boom mic, and they're never supposed to talk to you, right? And he's talking to me now. So I'm like, this is weird. And he goes, you're sick. And I go, what? He goes, you know what you did. I go, I don't know what I did. What did I do? He goes, you shit your pants. I go, what? He goes, you shit your pants at the white party. I go, oh my God. And I don't care. I think it's funny. So I stand up and I announce to the rest of the cast, I go, hey guys, apparently I shit my pants last night, and they laugh at me. And then the boom guy, he goes, say it louder. And that was pretty fun. So yeah, shit my pants on the show. They didn't show that, thank God. Also, like the third episode, maybe it was the second episode, I threatened to pull my thing out at one of the matchup ceremonies.
Nice.
Because the host would always ask these like intensely, personal questions. And he's like, so did you guys have sex last night? And my partner in the moment, Simone, she's like, no, we didn't have sex. He's got a small penis. And I'm like, whoa, we're on television. What are you saying? Like, you didn't see it? What are you talking about? So, like, I just go off and I'm like, I'll whip my dick out right now in front of everybody. And there's like 20 crew members. They're like, this is weird.
Can we do it?
And yeah. And I'm like, we're going to do it. And luckily, Simone was like, no, don't do it. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I would have done it. And I'm like, thank God. Good Lord. Why am I threatening these stupid things? But so I got trashed every single day and I broke things and I don't know. I threw a watch at a window because these two ladies were yelling at me.
I do have that written down. You have questions about that.
Yeah, and people are like, why'd you do that? And I knew that would stop the yelling. Yeah. And it did. And, so mission accomplished or whatever. But they kicked me out of the house for a night and put me in a hotel.
That was going to be my question. Because, these days, any sign of aggression and you're kicked off and you're like, no one talks about you ever again on the show and they just pretend you never existed.
Yeah, so they took me out of the house for a night. But I was also, one of the most entertaining people on the show. So they knew, we kind of need him here. So they brought me back. And then at the end of the entire show, the rap party or whatever, I'm with the executive producer. And I say, hey, man, sorry about the because he goes, that window cost us $4,000. It's like this giant window. And I go, sorry about that. And he goes, it was worth every penny. So, that's nice. Yeah. But another moment.
Good TV.
So, last thing, I used to, for a while, I would fake kick at the cameraman because it made the cast laugh. And I know I shouldn't have done that, but I was wasted. So they sit me down one time. They're like, no more fake kicking at the cameraman. I'm like, I thought they liked it. They laughed with me. They're like, no, it's not funny. They're working. Don't do that. And they're like, you're a mess. You're wasted. No more drinking. They cut me off from drinking 3 separate occasions, but then they would say, okay, you can drink again. It's a slow night. Get crazy. So at one point when they sat me down and said no more drinking, half the crew was from the Jersey Shore. So a lot of the same producers. So I said, am I as crazy as the Jersey Shore cast? They said, oh, you're crazier. I said, even crazier than Snooki? And they get, even crazier than Snooki. And I'm like, yes. So that was an exciting moment. I was 24, 25. So, I'm just a dumb kid. But now I'm older and I'm moderate now. I think I live much more responsibly. Yeah.
I should have prefaced this whole questioning thing just to let the listeners know real quick. So what the show is it's 20 cast members?
10 guys, 10 girls.
10 guys, 10 girls go here. And then I'm going to ask a question about this part of the process also. But they do, they try to figure out who everybody's perfect match is. And over the course of 10 episodes or so, everybody tries to figure out who their perfect match is. They have truth booths so they can get confirmed yeses or nos. They have dates, whatever. And then at the end, if they're able to all figure out their perfect matches, they win a prize.
Mm-hmm. $1 million prize.
$1 million
Supposed to be, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was not.
Well, let's get to do that then. So it's supposed to be, so what is, I don't know how to do math. What's $1 million divided by 20?
It should have been 50 grand each.
Okay.
They gave us, they gave us 32 grand. And their explanation, which I've never heard anything ridiculous like this. No. They said your guys' prize money was in bank annuities that didn't do as well as we'd like. And we're like, what? So yeah, they gave us 32 grand. It was 28 after tax or something. So yeah, and most of that went towards gambling and cocaine. So,
nice.
That's the way to do it at that age.
Yeah, I was just having fun, whatever.
So the process of them picking your perfect match.
Yeah.
What happens before filming?
So a lot of dumb written tests, like a Scantron test, like the SATs or something, hundreds of multiple choice questions, and we had a psychologist talk to us and break us down or whatever. And there were multiple points throughout this process where I was just asking them, I was like, so is all this just kind of bullshit and you'll just make it up? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Just making sure or whatever. But yeah, so, they do a bunch of random tests, but it was kind of as the show goes along, I'm sure they're just deciding backstage or whatever, okay, they're talking, we can just flip this. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone probably had 4 to 5 options that they just picked as the show went along.
Yeah.
I did. I've talked about this show a million times, but I was on an episode of Tyra Banks a million years ago.
Wow.
And they had, I can't remember her name, and I feel so terrible because Dr. Helen Fisher, I believe, was the name, and she recently passed away. So I feel bad to not remember her name for a moment. But she was promoting her book, and it was about something about like the science of dating and how like we use like our senses, like, you know, smell and sound and all these different things to like, you know, that we're not paying attention to these things, and that's what's drawing us to people. And so I didn't really know anything that was gonna happen before I went there this day. And so I went and I was like the bachelorette, and then they had like a bunch of dudes, and they asked me beforehand, like, what's your type? What type of guy do you go for? And so I tell them. And so they had that in their mind. And before I went on stage, they were like, just try to, okay. So they had like 3 bachelors on stage, and then we go through all the senses. So it's like, you know, first I just had to hear the sound of their voice, and then like smell a shirt they supposedly wore overnight, whatever. And then like pick my answers based on that. But they told me beforehand, kind of try to skew your answers towards number 3, because that's the one that's more your type.
Oh, interesting.
That's how they kind of like pointed me.
Yeah.
And then like towards the end, I kind of was like losing track of what I was picking for who, and it ended up being a tie between 2 of them.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there was like, you know, a tall, jacked guy, whatever. But they were all terrible, and they were all just actors.
Sure.
It was all a nightmare. But yeah, so I was just curious about like if they're nudging you in certain directions as you go, but you don't think they're nudging you, just think that they had like multiple outcomes.
Oh, they were definitely nudging a lot of people, and other cast members would tell me about this, how like in the one-on-one interviews, the producers would be like, okay, so when he said that probably pissed you off pretty bad, didn't it? And you're like, yeah, I was pissed off. But a nice moment was after the first week of filming, the producers are going around the house, going up to every cast member, and they're like, you know, you're kind of like this, maybe lean into that thing, or oh, you're doing this, lean into that thing to me. And they come up to me and they just go, you're perfect. Keep doing what you're doing. We love it. So I'm like, all right, nice.
Is that Trump?
The base, essentially. But yeah, I think because part of it was like people on reality TV in general are just like trying to look really cool, like all the time. And I was already a comic, so I'm like, oh, this is just fun and silly. Like, I don't give a shit what's going on. So, yeah, I think, you know, having that attitude of like, I don't care, whatever happens is fine, really helped a lot, because everyone else is like, do I look good right now? Yeah. So, yeah, I had a great time.
That's what I liked about you. It seemed like you didn't give a fuck. I was like, oh, this guy's crazy.
Oh, did you see some of it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we did some research. She was like,
sweet. Yeah, she said she watched the whole thing.
I binged the whole thing this weekend.
Wow, that's crazy.
I was watching it with my lady who's like from the Dominican Republic, right? She loves all this stuff, but she, you know, we turned on, she's like, this is the whitest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, babe, we watch Love Island. You love. She's like, yeah, but I was watching. I was like, I could see like how this. Like you guys had to walk so Love Island could run. Is that the saying, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm watching, I'm like, this has a little bit of everything, but it felt like it was turned up to 500.
Well, here's another great moment.
There's no games, there's no challenges, just get drunk.
Because we were the first season. They didn't tell us what the show was.
Yeah.
All they told us beforehand was like, you'll get to live in a mansion on an island and like dating may be involved.
And they didn't give you restrictions on your drinking. You could drink as much as you want.
And we got to like request whatever we wanted. So I did the first season of Are You the One, and then I did the 26th season of The Challenge.
Oh, cool.
And The Challenge was completely different.
Oh, yeah.
No, I did poor research. We've had a few members of the challenge on the show before.
Yeah, so I was on season 26, and yeah, completely opposite. The challenge was like much more prison-like, like very limited alcohol, and in fact they all clear liquor. They dyed it blue, because so many challengers were like hiding it in water bottles during challenges that they needed to be able to identify. Like, if people were like, yeah, and we also weren't allowed to mingle with like locals, as I guess they used to, because they're like, oh, CT fights too many people or whatever. So
he's the best.
Yeah, he is the best. He's an animal. It was pretty remarkable to watch that guy. But, like, he was chain smoking between moments during physical challenges in the heat, like 100 degrees. I'm like, how's he doing it?
He's from Boston.
Yeah, Boston guy, tough dude. But yeah, so Are You the One, because it was a new show, they were much more lenient and friendly and happy, and the challenge is, you know, like a well-oiled machine, and they just do their thing.
Could you awesome. Like, was there any like can you like smoke weed or anything off camera? I guess it was illegal then.
So we didn't have any weed throughout most of the show, but the last week of Are You the One, a guy gave everybody weed, so we were like smoking, and then yeah, there was moments where I'm like high on the show and just, you know, enjoying it. But yeah, it was pretty interesting.
So your first match, I'm sorry, we're not going to do the whole episode on this.
No problem.
Okay. So your first like match on the show, which you kind of like pulled away pretty early, was Simone.
Yes.
Were you actually interested in her?
The night we met, I mean, it was like we were all having fun and we were all wasted. So in my head, I was just like, I'm just having fun, you know, we'll like maybe hook up or something and see how that goes. But, you know, as you realize, oh, we all live here together and we're all stuck together 24/7. I was like, well, this isn't someone I think I would want to seriously date.
Yeah.
You know, I want to keep looking around, and she didn't like that at all. So the rest of the show, you know, she was not happy with me very much. But one last story from Are You the One? The rap party, the director of photography, Hollywood guy, were like, hey, you got any cool Hollywood secrets you could tell us? And this is 2014, right? And he just goes, Kevin Spacey's a pedophile.
What?
Yeah, I go, really? What? He's like, yep, everyone knows it. Everyone in Hollywood knows it. Kevin Spacey's a pedophile. And then literally like...
See you later, guys.
Yeah, so then like whenever it happened, like 8 or 9 years later, one of my buddies from high school calls me and goes, dude, that guy was right. He said he was a pedophile. He's a fucking pedophile. I go, I can't believe it.
Wow.
Yes, that was interesting.
He just gave you all the secrets.
Yeah,
He's
we're
like
like, what
Epstein
the hell?
Island,
Yeah, he
this,
could've known
Weinstein. See you later, guys.
That
Good
was
season.
wild that it turned out to be that. I also heard an early story about Louis, kind of a similar thing.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah, before his thing happened. I guess this story, you know, I'm a fan of him. I don't want to trash him just in case I ever meet him one day. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Fuck it, I'll say it, whatever. I guess a former girlfriend of his went to visit him at a show. And she's like, hey, I'm his ex. Can I visit him? And they're like, okay, you can go in the green room. And as her story goes, she went in the green room. And then he just grabbed her hands and put them down his pants. And she's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And he's like, well, why did you come in here if you didn't want to do that? And she's like, ew, you fucking weirdo. And so,
Well, there you go.
so I heard
If you're a
that.
headliner, that's what you get. That's what you do when you're a
Hey,
headliner.
what's my ex doing here if you're not going to give me a hand job? Get out of here. But, you know, oh well. I don't know why I told that.
That's okay. I mean,
Who knows?
you.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, well,
You know,
whatever.
she's okay as long as she's all right.
She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't hurt her physically.
Yeah, he glided her hands in his pants nicely. Like I was just
Yeah.
trying to
I
be.
know.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Last question.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Diddy. We love you, Louie.
Great
We
guys.
love all these
Not
guys.
Diddy.
They're very good.
fellas.
Last question about the show.
For sure.
Oh, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was going to do a terrible line saying, we love ice.
We love ice.
Ice is good.
Ice is great.
Last question. JC,
Yes.
which is who you kind of like spent most of the season with. Do you really think she was torn between you and Scally as being two opposite human beings on this?
I really
world?
don't know. I mean, maybe she was doing it for TV. Maybe in some moments she believed it. I don't know. But like we kissed in the truth booth and she like choreographed that beforehand. That was not in the moment. So before we went in the truth booth, she was like, we should just kiss no matter what it says. And I was like, okay. So yeah.
Twist my arm.
Yeah. So that was just, you know, made up in the
Do you
moment.
like her? Did you like her?
I liked her, yeah. At the time, I liked her. But, you know, after you get out of the house, you look back at those moments. And I think a lot of it is just, you know, you're locked in a home. Like, we didn't have clocks. We didn't
Yeah,
have books.
why? That's
We had
crazy.
nothing. So we're just in a house with these people. And that becomes... Yeah, like a funny thing was how serious people began taking these things like the truth booth. You know what I mean? People like screaming at each other, like, if it doesn't say it in the truth booth. And I'm like, guys, this stuff is all made up. It's not real.
Yeah.
But, you know, the people were very dead serious about that stuff.
Was there any type of reunion? Because you know, like nowadays, it's like
There is
there's
a
a
reunion.
podcast. Oh, there
There
was
was
a
two.
reunion.
There was
Oh,
two
oh,
reunion.
okay.
The regular one, and then a couple got married and pregnant. We had a baby shower for them.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I missed that
Yeah.
part. That's cool.
Yeah, so those are both pretty fun.
So are they still together? So there's like one couple that made it?
Yeah, one couple made it. They have multiple children now, and I don't know if any other couple from any other
One
situations
out of-
are-
one
yeah,
out of
one of a 1 out of 10 couples.
Which couple?
Ethan and Amber.
Okay.
Yep.
The Asian girl.
Asian girl.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and it was really funny too because I was in the ocean with Ethan before the show started. We were all held in a hotel for a week, you know, to like ice us, take us away from the world. So they would let us like interact on the beach. We're not supposed to speak. They're like, stay 20 feet away. No one can speak to each other. But me and Ethan are in the ocean. And before the shows even started filming, he's saying to me, he's like, yeah, I would just really love to find like a tight little Asian girl, you know? And that's exactly what he found. They're married. So he got exactly what he wanted. So that was funny.
So overall, if you could do it all over again,
I would do it again. I wouldn't want to, but if that's like the only opportunity I have coming on, I did, God, what was it? I did 3 or 4 auditions for dating naked.
Really?
Yeah, I would have done that. I had to do the last audition completely naked. Oh, wow. I know, and I'm like in my parents' house, naked on Zoom, and I'm like, what has it become? What do we do? Yeah, but fuck it, man. I mean, I just want to be sustainable. You know,
it's gonna really hurt your feelings after they say no after that audition.
I know, brutal. Yeah, literally, it was literally like 6 months of like waiting and auditioning over and over again before being like, no, you didn't get it. But that's happened so many times. I mean, yeah, I did these 2 MTV shows essentially 10 years ago, and I've been auditioning since, and I haven't gotten a single other like major television show. And a lot of that probably has to do with my social media and the videos I post. I got contacted by a woman from I think it was A&E's like Love Abroad or whatever. So you date people in another country, and they're like, we love you, we want you to do it. I'm like, okay. And then the producer followed my Instagram, and I never heard from her again. Yep. Man. And I'm like, what happened? But because like my pinned video is like me on the cross as Jesus doing stand up. So I'm like, yeah, well, that's probably,
that'll do it.
Too far. Yeah.
Even though that would be kind of like, oh yeah, like the reason why they loved you the first season, you see your Instagram page, you go, this guy's kind of a wild boy. Yeah. Perfect. We need him for the fucking show. Yeah.
Yeah. I think some stuff is just too unsafe for television. And I'm pro Jesus. I'm pro, spirituality. It was all family friendly, positive stand up I was doing as Jesus. Yeah. So, it's just at face value. People really don't give it much thought past what they see.
Try Love Island. Would you try Love Island?
Dude, I've applied for I've applied many times. I would do anything. I know, it's so sad.
But TV's so different now than from like that golden age of reality television.
Sure.
Like, right at that time.
Yeah, I was like the very tail end of like before everything was completely streaming.
Yeah, where they were like lubing everyone up with alcohol and all the fun stuff, and now they're like 2 drinks a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
high
better
definition
back then.
camera now. They're gonna do like a shoot. Like back then, it was like guys had zits on their faces and they're like fucking go crazy. It was nuts. American Eagle underwear. Yeah, that's what I noticed the first episode. I noticed I'm like, that dude's wearing American Eagle underwear. You don't see that anymore. I'm gay.
Okay. Thank you for answering all of
no,
these.
happy to
sorry to
indulge.
bring you back.
It's okay. It's something interesting. I forget about it at this point, but yeah, because you're like, oh my God, I did that so long ago. But yeah, hey, a lot of cool people also did the chat. Theo and Christina P. They were both on it. So that's not The Miz.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good alumni from those things. It's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think of, from the challenge, I've had Cara Maria.
Okay, yeah.
Paulie, Calafiore, he was like a little bit later.
Okay,
They're together.
Yeah, they were together.
Yeah,
right.
And Maria, she has blonde hair. She was also like a later season. So she like always hated Paulie and Cara Maria.
Okay.
But those are the few that we've had on the show from the challenge.
Cool.
Okay, so let's get into the actual segments now. So usually the first question we ask new guests on the show is for you to tell us a story about either your worst date experience or weirdest sexual experience.
Okay. I have a recent weird date experience. So I was walking to an open mic in Washington, D.C., and as I'm passing a girl, I realized we're wearing the same outfit, right? Just like an H&M green sweater and like black sweatpants, essentially. So I'm like, oh, hey, look at us. We're in the same outfit. So I chat with her for a few minutes and, we agree to go on a date later in the week or something. So we go on this date and again, we're wearing the same outfit, different outfit, but we're wearing the same outfit again. We're like, oh, how about this? Whatever.
She a tight little Asian?
No, she wasn't.
She was got for image, I imagine, tight little Asian.
But so she just has this weird negative disposition the whole time. But so I started asking her questions, and she's doing this thing, which has never really happened to me in other dates. But I'm asking questions like, so what are your dreams in life? And she goes, what are my dreams?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. And I go, what do you, I go, well, what kind of stuff makes you happy? And she goes, what makes me happy? I know. So I'm like, oh, Lord. So then I just go like, are you happy? And she goes, well, I'm about as happy as I can be with all this fascism going on.
Oh, my God.
So literally about 5 minutes later, I just walk out of the date. I just tell her like, this has been all right, but I got to go.
Never shopped at H&M again.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're like,
yeah, so that's not too brutal or too bad, but there's been a lot of dates where I've left early. One date in New York, actually, it was on Halloween. I show up to a thing and, she's much shorter and much older and much different looking than her pictures. This is an online date. And so literally within like 3 minutes, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And she's like, is it me? I go, oh no, I don't feel good. I'm tired. I gotta go. And I get home and I open Hinge, which is where we met. I'm banned for life. Banned for life. Can't appeal it. Can't do it. I'm like, what the fuck?
It doesn't give you a reason?
Nope, didn't give me a reason. Just banned for life. So I'm imagining she just got on and was like, he bullied me. He harassed me or something.
Wow.
So yeah, that's not nice.
What a sore loser.
But yeah, it was a bummer. So yeah, my first ever Tinder date. I'm in college. Probably the tail end is right when it started, which I wish it was while I was in college the whole time. It would have been great. But so first Tinder date, I'm probably like 21. It's a girl's birthday, and we're meeting at karaoke. I go there. And I show up, and she's wasted, and she's surrounded by guys, and she has her arm around a guy, and she's like hugging a guy, and she's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I go, "Oh, hey, you're here for your B-day." She's like, "Hey, yeah." So she gets up to sing karaoke, and I just leave while she's singing.
Do you think it was all guys from Tinder there? She just invited
Yeah, she probably threw out a mass text. Yeah, it's my birthday. I need something going on. So yeah, a few of those. Here, I got some stuff written out. Okay, here's kind of a strange benefit of right after doing the reality show. I was invited to like a charity party with another cast member. It was a Halloween charity party, another Halloween thing. And it's at like the post office or something. It's like some government run event where the mayor is like in a cage, and it's like raise enough money to let the mayor free, So yeah, it's it's a strange setup, but I go in and there's a lot of people there. And the second I enter the room, a girl just grabs me and takes me to like the mail room or whatever. She takes me to a side room and just starts blowing me. Random girl just starts going down on me. Don't know her name. I really don't even remember what she looks like. But I'm fine with it. And she keeps saying stuff during it. She keeps going, my dad would hate this.
Wow.
And I go, what? Okay. And she goes, my dad's a lawyer. He'd be so mad. I'm like, okay. And then so at a certain point, I'm like, do you want to have sex? And she's like, what? I go, you want to have sex? She goes, are you kidding me? I don't even know you. I'm like, you're blowing me. I don't know you. What are you talking about? So that was a weird moment. I mean, everybody has weird lines morally. Where
she was like, come in my mouth.
Yeah, ridiculous.
No, come in my throat.
So strange. But so that was an interesting moment. I liked that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Did you go mingle afterwards?
Oh yeah, yeah, because we had to like try to act like nothing had happened. I had just gotten there. I hadn't even like said hi to anybody.
I also feel like, I mean, I don't know, maybe unpopular opinion, but I feel like a blowjob is almost kind of like more intimate.
I think so too. It is. Yeah, at least sex, like both people, enjoy it.
Yeah, and you could also like look somewhere else, think of something else.
Yeah.
You're just like right.
Blowjob is very
right
intimate.
there.
Yeah.
Another bad like Tinder story. First date. The girl goes, "Can we meet at this bar? It's like a dirty, smoky dive bar, like the worst one in town."
The best.
Yeah, right. So I go, "Can we go anywhere else but that dirty, smoky bar?" And she goes, "No, we have to go here." I go, "Great, okay." So I show up, disgusting. She's getting like a double of whiskey or whatever. She's just like kind of out of it. Something's wrong. And I'm like, "So, what's up? How are you?" And she goes, "My fiance just died."
Oh.
I go, "Oh, what happened?" And she goes, we had just moved in together. Like the first day we had moved in together and we're going to get groceries. He steps into the road and gets hit by a bus in front of me and dies like immediately.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
oh my God. So that was another one where I left shortly after that.
So
I thought she was going to start blowing you.
So the first thing she thought of to do was get on a
Tinder
dating
date.
site
Yeah.
immediately.
That's crazy.
And again, she texted me and she's like, why did you want to end the date? I'm like, oh, no problem, nothing at all. But yeah, it's like, dude, people need to like, yeah, that's tough.
That's
I mean,
really weird. Yeah.
Wow.
poor girl, but like, good Lord, yeah, maybe take more time, I guess.
Yeah, like 2 days.
Yeah, I don't need to know that immediately.
Wow. All right, we're
So
gonna.
crazy, dude.
Unless you have more questions for the segment.
I'm trying to think. No, that's great. That's really
I had
good.
a New York one, like a girl who was essentially in the mafia. So I'm like, where do you work? I'm not telling you. I go, okay. I go, she's like, I don't want you to know anything about. I'm like, I'm not. What do you think But so she just offers up. She goes, my ex-boyfriend killed a cop.
Wow.
Oh,
I won't
there
tell
you
you where
go.
I work, but
Yeah.
this is
I
incriminating
go,
information.
okay.
Part of the fucking Maroney family.
Yeah, I think it was another
And
thing
Maroney
where
family is.
she's like, he ran him over, killed him with his car. He's in jail right now. He used to beat me. He was really bad. I mean, then I fucked his friend, and I dated his friend. He hated that. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I'll ruin you. You'll fall in love. You'll love me and I'll ruin your life. I'm like, I promise you're not.
That's how Grok talks to me, by the way.
But yeah, so that was a weird one. And then I was like, I'm still even like, so like, can I get your number?
Yeah, it's
we were
kinda
just
hot
we were
in a
just
weird
chatting
way.
through the app, and she was like, "No, you can't have my number. We'll only communicate through Bumble." I'm like, "Okay, well, this is just too much." So yeah, I left that one too. I
Do
never
you
saw it
think
again.
that the show kind of like the show showed a heightened version of you, right? It showed like an exaggerated kind of version of you.
Yeah.
Like you're having fun, you're young.
Yeah.
Do you think that attracted psychos? when you
Yes.
yeah.
I was at a bar one time. A girl comes up to me and goes, "We should start a fight." I go, "What? Why?" She goes, "Because like drama's like your thing." I go, "No, it's not. I don't want to fight people
Like
in
I'm
a
off
bar."
the clock.
Yeah,
Like I'm
even
chilling.
better. Yeah, people would come up to me in the bar after the show, girls, and they'd go, "You probably think you're really cool, don't you? Because you're on that show or whatever. You're on that little show." I love when people throw little. You do your little skits or whatever you do.
Yeah, I hate little skits.
Yeah, little
crazy.
skits
I
is
hate
brutal.
that.
But yeah, you think you're pretty cool, and I'm always like, you came up to me.
Yeah.
I didn't approach you. You came up to me just to. And even better is when they say, "I don't know you. My friend knew you. I don't know you. I don't know. My friend mentioned they know you. I don't know you." I'm like, great, cool. Should we be in love? What's up?
Do
Yeah.
you think there's a disproportionate amount of psycho to normal people in the world?
I don't know. I think it's right in the middle, which is scary.
I like to think it's balanced, but I think the psychos are just more visible.
Oh, it's just
Quiet
crazy.
people just stay at home.
I
you
guess
know?
that's true.
Yeah.
But just like, like body cam footage, all the date stories that we hear on the show, which is there's so many people that are so unregulated.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to view it. I was shoveling yesterday, right? I'm shoveling my car just so I can back it up, right? I'm shoveling.
Brag.
And I see these two kids come out, and these kids are walking, and they stop, like, in my peripheral vision. And I see them grab snow and start going like this. And in my head, I'm like, I live in the Bronx. I'm like, okay, these guys are, their kids are going to play.
Like
but for whatever reason.
What kind of, like,
so
what
one
age?
kid was your height, and the other kid was my height.
But what age? Like
They
teenagers?
were teenagers,
Okay.
but they're all bundled up, so you really can't. But they're like slim. One guy has his pants pretty low, so you're like, all right, this kid is kind of like a hood kid, right? I didn't notice that at first, but they're both like light skinned. I don't know where they were from. And in my head, I'm like, these kids are playing in the snow. It's a snow day. That's fine. But I go, wait a second. Are these fucking kids gonna hit me with a snowball? And I turn around and the fucking kid was like this, and then he goes back like this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And a part of me is like, should I be like, come on, kids, like we're playing in the snow. It's a beautiful snow day. Or like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like I was like, should I kill the kid with a shovel? Am I crazy? And then I watched him and his friend like laughed, whatever, and they just went away.
Okay.
And I'm like, are these kids bad kids? Like, who is bad in this situation?
But do you think, just like devil's advocate,
Yeah.
maybe they were just like joking with each other and that was the whole joke was like, oh, let me
Yeah.
pretend to throw it. When he looks, I'll stop.
Yeah, you never know.
Because then
I
that's
think if I would have never looked, I would have got hit with a
Yeah.
snowball, and I would have looked, and they would have ran away.
Maybe. I think it's sweet that he that he didn't throw it. When
Yeah,
he saw
yeah.
it. It'd be fucked up if he still threw
still
it.
fucking
That'd
threw
be
it.
fucked up.
But in my head, I'm like, I gotta get out of this neighborhood. Or
that means he
is it just
respects
fun?
you. He respects you. He didn't want to.
I mean, I looked crazy. I
Right.
was bungled up. I'm wearing
Yeah.
green sweatpants from H&M. Like I look like I'm asthma pumped because I'm out of breath from shoveling.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, look at this fucking fat geek nerd.
Yeah. This
Let me hit
podcast
this
is
dude.
brought to you by H&M. By the
Yeah,
way.
it is.
A lot of
It's
H&M plugs tonight. Okay, last dating thing too. Question, Shannon, how do you feel about? I've dated a lot of witches.
Interesting.
How do you feel about girls who self-identify as a witch?
They're insane.
Yeah, I think so. Literally, I've met reasonable girls, but they're like, I come from a line of witches. My mother was a witch. My grandmother was a witch. I have a cauldron.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
Dean.
not in Halloween Adventure, then this is a fucking crazy,
No, it's
crazy
just,
bitch.
But she had a podcast about witching.
How many views?
It's actually pretty good. Now,
All right, now we're
she's-
talking.
I met this girl like 3 years ago, and since I met her, she's gotten like even more extremely beautiful. She's a British girl, and like now I look back, I fucked it up. I chose someone else over her.
Does she
and
have
I
red
told her-
hair?
What do you think her name is?
So I can't remember her name, but we've had a guest on the show. I don't know if this is before you joined the show, Figs. Okay. She had red hair, like straight with bangs. She had an English accent, and she was a witch.
She's beautiful.
She was beautiful.
You don't remember her name, though?
I can't remember her name.
Okay, I don't want to say
Okay.
it. But I'll tell you after the
But
air.
does this sound like what she looks like?
Yes, it does. She had red hair,
Okay.
I believe, when we were
Bangs?
seeing. I can't remember. I have a picture of us on my phone.
I don't even know like how to make
That's my
Jorge look it up.
background.
Maybe Jorge, if you look up witch, he's looking it up. Yeah, because she had like a book or like a box of tarot cards or something that she
Okay.
brought in with her.
Interesting.
But yeah, she was a witch.
Sounds right.
Can't think of
And
her
she had a
name.
podcast about it?
She had a
too?
podcast about it. Yeah.
Wow. I wonder how many witch podcasts there are.
Oh, I'm sure there's
Probably a
million.
lot now, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I don't mean to be like judgmental about it because like I've talked
Yeah.
about this in the show because like I recently found out that my therapist, I have like a relatively new therapist, maybe a few months, and then she's revealed to me that she on the side has a spiritual business
Okay.
and she reads tarot cards.
Okay.
And so that's made me judge her and like
Yeah.
anything that she says to me and like maybe I'm wrong for doing that, but I just think you're a crazy person, probably.
I see a lot of psychics, though. I see a lot of them. I've seen more psychics than doctors in my life.
Oh, and like believing their advice.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna hold on to it for our final segment.
no, of course.
Jorge, you have something?
Does the name begin with a G?
Wait, you
no,
can,
no, the witch.
What was it? What was it? You can say it then. What's her name?
Gabrielle. I just had it.
I feel like that's not it. But she has red hair, bangs straight, like pinned straight.
The one I was seeing had red hair at one point.
Okay. Okay. We'll wait for him to look through that. Okay. Let's move over to our. Oh, I didn't put my glasses on. I
What are your
apologize.
glasses for?
To
Kissing.
cover my face.
Oh, God.
Sorry, guys. I didn't look. My hair is crazy. I haven't slept in 9 years. Okay.
Hey guys, let's take a moment to talk about Body Brain Coffee. I love this stuff. Okay, I'm a big coffee drinker. Every morning I wake up, you know, I wonder like, what's the first thing I'm gonna put in my body? How am I gonna start my day? And you know what? Your boy started Body Brain Coffee. It's created by my boy Luis J. Gomez, one of the owners here at Gas Digital. And I'm not only saying this because I work for him. I'm saying because I love this product. It makes me sharp. It makes me strong. It keeps me focused. It elevates my day. And it's probably because of the ingredients, Shannon.
And also, ladies don't want men that are weak, don't remember what they were supposed to do 2 minutes ago, that are flabby. Gross.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because if you look back at the old ad reads, I was foolish and sluggish and flabby. Now I'm
You're killing
articulate
it.
and I'm like strong and focused. I'm wearing glasses as I do this ad.
You're solid.
What's in this stuff, Shannon?
So there's Tangat Ali,
Ooh,
ashwagandha,
that's the stuff that helps your wang.
lion's mane, L-theanine. This is all stuff that you need in your diet regularly, and you're going to get it. And you don't even have to make coffee out of it. You could put it in your protein shake because you're
Yeah.
going to lift weights and you'll be super strong
True.
and hot.
Yeah, you could have it cold, you could have it hot, you could have it in a day, you could have it at night. Hey, comedy. Oh my God, Mark Norman was here. He loves it too. Body Brain Coffee. Use promo code TTI20. You're going to get 20% off your first order of Body Brain. Yeah, use this stuff, guys. It helps you out, and you know what? It's healthy. You don't have to worry about putting something bad in your body. This stuff is good. One more time, TTI20 to get 20% off your first order of Body Brain Coffee. Now, where were we, Shannon?
Let's move over to our next segment, which is bad things.
Bad things with you.
This is Bad Things, where our show talk about fight stories, physical altercations. If you've been in more than one fight, then the most memorable fight that you've been in.
Okay, February of last year, I'm featuring on stage in a Florida club, big, beautiful theater club. And I'm about 16 minutes into my set, and a man, like, dead center front row, and I'm honestly having one of the best times ever, you know? Like, we're also insecure. I don't know how I did, but this one, I know I'm doing well the whole show. And guy dead center front just goes, "You're not funny."
Oh, Jesus.
And it's like literally like after like an applause break or something. It's like the one peaceful moment between the next bit. So I just say it because, you know, usually that's an okay heckle, you move on, whatever. But because I'm doing so well, I'm like, "Sir, everyone's been laughing this whole time." I go, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "They're laughing for me. They hate you. You suck." I know, nonsense. So he keeps going and he goes, "I'm a big shot. You don't know who you're talking to. I'm a better comedian than you. Look me up. I'm a big deal." And I go, "Okay, what's your name?" And he shouts his name and spells it out one letter at a time. And I go, okay, I haven't heard of you. I don't think anyone here's ever heard of you. I go, okay, big shot. Do you want to come on stage and tell a joke? He comes on stage. He grabs me by the hair. He yanks my head down. He's now standing there holding my head down. And I was sitting on a stool at this point because I needed to address this guy because I couldn't believe what was going on. So I'm sitting there on the stage, the guy's holding me by the hair, and I'm like, where is security coming up? What's going on? So security comes up, walks him out. While they walk him out, his friend, who I had to kick out earlier because he was like claiming he was a Nazi and it was really uncomfortable, he comes back in. So I'm like, well, this guy was already kicked out. What the fuck's going on? So they kick him out. They kick the other guy out. And I don't know, I don't know why this guy attacked me, right? I'm like, what made this nut job attack me? So I still had to do like 6 minutes left after that, which was a nightmare, you know? I literally took a pause after he attacked me.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So security then comes on stage and like removes him from your hair?
Yeah.
And then that's like a smooth and quick process enough for you to like go back to your set?
Essentially, yeah.
How
It
was
was
the
not
crowd?
smooth and quick at all. The crowd is mortified.
Oh my
The crowd is shocked. They're like, they don't know what the fuck's going on. But yes, I still try to do material. It's like barely okay, but thank God the set's almost over. I'm like, okay, well, that was fucked up. How about, I'm like, well, you guys are going to remember this show for the rest of your fucking life. And so I need to know what the fuck this was about, right? So I'm like, where's the guy? What's going on? Security? He's like, oh, don't worry, we kicked him out. He's banned for life. I'm like, well, fuck that. Like, have the police take him away. Fuck this. He attacked me. And I'm like, I'm going to go find him. They're like, oh, don't. We can't protect you. I'm like, no, I got to go find him. So I go outside and I find him and he's with the other guy who got kicked out, and like the guest set comes with me to like back me up, I guess. And so I see the guys and they're like, oh, look who the fuck it is. And I go to the guy, I go, what did I do that made you want to attack me? And so this was the week that a plane crashed into a helicopter in Washington, D.C. And I had just flown in from DC and I was on stage and I had said earlier in the set, I said, oh, sorry, I'm kind of in a bad mood. I just lost my job. I was an air traffic controller at the DC airport. I go, oh, you know, it's just one helicopter. Who cares? Not a big deal. Now Trump's going to deport helicopters, right? This never would have happened to a White Hawk helicopter. So that's the whole bit. Whatever. Who cares? So the guy, I go, what the fuck? What did I do? Why did you do that? And he's like an old fat white trash man, right? Some real shitty looking dude. And he just holds up his cell phone and he shows me a picture of a helicopter. And he goes, I'm a helicopter pilot. Your helicopter joke triggered me. I go, well, you can't attack people because you don't like the joke, man. He goes, yeah, whatever, I know. You trigger me. And I'm like, well, fuck you, you know. I'm going to press charges. I don't care. Fuck you. And he goes, I'll kill you. He goes, I'll torture you. I've tortured people before. I'm like, it's not okay. I go, I'm calling the cops, dude. He goes, do it, whatever. I don't give a shit. Cops love me. They're not going to do shit to me. And I go, great, okay. So he just leaves. And yeah, I call the cops. I'm like, yeah, this guy fucking attacked me on stage. So anyways, it was in court for 9 months.
What?
9 months. I had to fly down to Florida again. And the date of the original trial, moment of, I'm like getting ready to head into the courtroom. I get a call from the state lawyer. And she goes, the case has been pushed back another month. I go, what? They go, his lawyer quit because he threatened his own lawyer. I'm like, well, I guess that looks good for me. So eventually another month goes by, and before the date of the next trial, he eventually accepts like some kind of punishment. And it's just like community service or whatever. I don't get anything. I've spent money just wasting my time waiting around for this. God. But he was just such a piece of shit. I'm like, something has to like happen to this guy. So, you know, he's in trouble and it's all over now. And I have no idea what he's doing with his life, but
did you ever, you know, the spelling of his name and everything. Did you ever look him up to see some of his jokes?
We had like 2 mutual friends. So I called up one of the guys. I go, do you know this guy? And they go, oh, he's like some psycho who did like 2 open mics 10 years ago and never came back. I'm like, of course that's exactly what it is. So yeah,
they know me. They're laughing for me.
I'm a star. Yeah, it was and he shouted out to like, I've worked with Saturday Night Live before. I'm like, I know you haven't. Yep.
Who says it like that too?
It was so weird.
I've worked with Saturday Night.
Yeah, so that was the most recent altercation. Yeah, so that's a bummer, but whatever.
So many insane people, but like, so you weren't like hurt like too
No,
much?
it wasn't bad. No, he yanked my hair and held my hair. It was whatever. But yeah, it was just so ridiculous. And I even had like an ex-girlfriend came to watch that show who hadn't seen me in years. And I still like this girl. I think she's great. And she's like, what the fuck?
I was like, I was going to put my hands in your pants. You fucking blew it.
Yeah,
Got
so
weird.
I know. So that was weird. And she actually had to like submit a statement to court and like so there was a lawyer in the crowd who texted another comic I was friends with and goes, dude, I'm at this show and this comic just got assaulted on stage. What the fuck? And my friend is like, was it John Jacobs? He goes, yeah, it is. And he's like, connect me with him. So this lawyer was like, I'll submit a statement. I'll testify. That was crazy. It's unacceptable. So, and I was on the fence for a while about if I should even bother pressing charges because, like, I don't get anything out of it. I have to travel. It's just an annoying process. But enough people were like, a bad person like that should be held accountable or else they'll think they can get away with shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy I bothered to go through it. But and this is the kind of thing, too. It's the one time I don't film the set. But it was such a ridiculous chain of events and, like, so wild and sensational what everybody saw. Like, if this was on camera, like, I would have been on Rogan the next day. I would have been on Jimmy Fallon. It would have been, like, international news how insane this was. So, whatever. I mean, that's just not how I was supposed to be introduced to the world, I guess.
But like, is it possible to like charge him civilly after?
I could have.
Trial?
I still technically could because it hasn't been an entire year. But like,
Just like
I don't
the
care.
travel fees.
And like, I mean, to like, to say that shit or believe that shit or whatever the hell he's living in. I mean, the helicopter. I'm assuming he's like a veteran, right? That's kind of how he's framing it all. Like, he's probably like not well overall in many ways, and his friend was like the Nazi guy, so like they're weird. But so it's like, what am I gonna get out of bothering to take this guy's last?
Can you tell me who you were featuring for or afterwards?
It was a guy named Jesus Trejo.
Jesus Trejo. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's out of California.
Okay, yeah. I think I've heard him on other podcasts.
He was very cool about it. He was like, whoa, that was crazy. And like, his set went fine. And a lot of people too were like, you should have hit him or something. You should have hit him when he did that to you on stage. But like, I don't know. In my head in the moment, I'm like, dude, if I started an all-out fight with this man on stage, like, the show's kind of over now. Like, we can move forward with the show because like, he yanked me. I didn't do anything. He's escorted off stage or whatever. But like, yeah, if it was like a knockout fight on stage, like that, I also want to be able to perform at the club again, I got you. Like, I don't want to be banned for life. And
he's also like an insane person. So like, who knows what he's capable of doing.
Like, and I think in this club too, like, you probably could have had a gun on you. Like, I don't think they're metal detecting people at this club. So yeah, just and it was kind of like the Chris Rock shit where you're like, oh fuck yeah, like in the moment you're like,
wait, what?
I'm still trying to do my job, So yeah, whatever.
Well, he's probably dead now. That guy.
It's crazy. It was only a year ago.
Only a year ago.
All right, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
But I do think it is important to like at least hold people like that accountable a little bit, because if they keep like flying under the radar, then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm nailing it. I'm doing everything right.
One more quick comedy fight story, if we got time for it, real fast. I was hosting. I hosted a monthly show in that dirty, smoky bar that I hated, just because they offered it, and comics liked it. It was fun. It was a lot of comics like first paid gig. I was throwing spots to people. And I hosted every show because I felt comfortable doing it. The one time I was too sick to host the show, I go, let me get this guy who's like a comic who likes this bar. He'll fit in nicely. It'll be great. And I'm terribly sick, but I go to the show anyway just to watch and like make sure it goes okay. There's a man in the audience playing a fart noise on his phone through comics acts, right? So the host gets back on stage and he goes, hey guys, we're just doing our best, so like maybe don't be a fucking asshole and play, thing on your phone because like you're a piece of shit. You're like, fuck you. And then the guy stands up, brawl, fight. It spills into the outside. And I'm filming this one. I film it. So I'm filming.
Oh my God. One that you have on your YouTube page?
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that goes on to be like my most watched long form YouTube video, of course. Stand up forever. Nobody gives a shit. Fight video, sure, whatever. And then funny enough, a UK like talking head TV show reaches out to me like a World's Dumbest, and they go, "Hey, can we use your fight video from the comedy show on our TV show?" I go, "Okay." They go,
my Instagram.
Yeah, they go, "We'll give you 150 pounds if you do." I go, "Sure, great." So I split it with the comic who got attacked because I'm like, "Here,
nice.
you deserve half of this." So, hey, technically like a TV credit overseas for that. But yeah, so those are two comedy fight things.
That's great.
Thank you.
Was that room in New York?
The Dirty Smoky Bar. No, that was Tampa, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then so that one happens, and I talked to the owner of the bar like a month later because it had gone for like 6-7 months and it had been fun. It had been gone well. People enjoyed it. So I reached back out after the fight one a few weeks later. I'm like, "Hey, we still may be on to try it again this next month." And he goes, "Oh no, we're gonna cancel the show for good." And these are the words of how he put it and why. He goes, "Yeah, there's just been too many race fights. Too many race fights." And to be fair, the guy who fought the comic and the other people, it was a black guy who fought like a group of white guys. So race fight.
Race fight.
Too many race fights. Comedy is causing race fights.
There you go.
You hate to hear that.
No, we're going to move over to our final segment, which is scary things. This is Scary Things. For our show, we talk about weird, creepy, unexplainable, possibly paranormal experiences. And just overall, it does seem like your energy draws in crazy.
It does, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a shame.
But generally in this segment, we talk about this could be anything from like a dream that came true to a sleep paralysis episode, all the way to like hearing a voice, seeing something that wasn't there, anything that in the moment freaked you out and you couldn't explain.
I don't have anything too wild in that regard. Really, like the strangest thing that's ever happened to me, and it was within the same moment, was I was in Savannah, and they're like, "Oh, it's the most haunted city in the country. There's so many dead bodies everywhere, whatever." And so there's just one brief moment. I like look above a building, and there was like a floating orb, like a ball or whatever, and I saw it, and it's like it noticed me seeing it, and it kind of zipped and disappeared. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then so we're walking through like a cemetery, just taking random flash photography, whatever, like the one that prints out. And we did one of them in the cemetery. And in one of the pictures that printed out, there's a floating orb in it, and the floating orb has a shadow from the flash. So we're like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting. So I'd say that's like the weirdest one I've ever seen. Really not too crazy, but I've had some interesting experiences with the psychics recently, which are positive ones. I wouldn't say scary.
I do want to hear that.
Okay, so the last 3 years I've had interactions with psychics in London, New York, and DC. I went on a date with a psychic in London. And she was like, "I'm studying under the most famous psychic in the world." I'm like, okay, cool.
Do you know she's a psychic before going on a date with her?
No, I don't know she's a psychic before. And I know she's a good psychic because she didn't want to go on another date. She's like, I don't think it's good. I'm like, oh, wow, you are good.
But then she wouldn't have gone on the first.
Yeah, exactly. If you were that good, you wouldn't have gone on the first. But so at the end of the day, she's mentioning tarot stuff. And I'm like, oh, I know it's work for you, but would you want to give me a reading? She's like, yeah. So she gives me a reading. It's all fun and dandy, positive things. One of the interesting things she said to me, she goes, "You're going to be famous, but not for stand-up." She goes, "You're going to be a famous producer. You're going to work with like a prestigious comedy team." She goes, "Stand-up will always be there for you, but that's not what's going to do it for you." I go, okay, sure, whatever. And then she goes, 36 is going to be the best year of your life. I go, okay, that's nice. So then I go see a psychic in New York like a year later. And she goes, 36 is going to be the best year of your life. I go, oh, interesting. That's cool. The other one said that. And then there's a woman on the street in D.C. Jesus lady, she's like shouting to believe in Jesus. I'm like, I'm already with you. I believe. We're good. And she goes, I also do prophecies. Would you like to hear your prophecy? I go, of course. And so she just stares at me for a second. She goes, 36 going to be the best year of your life. I go, interesting. Whoa. So I turned 36 this last September. So I've only been 36 for about 3 months. The day before I turned 36, my YouTube got monetized. The first month of being 36, I made more money than I've ever made.
Wow.
So, holy shit, maybe this is it. And look at me now. Now I'm on on the podcast.
Come on, have a drink.
Everything is going well. I think it is the best year of my life so far. But yeah, so that's really interesting for three who know nothing about me, different parts of the world, to all say 36 is going to be the best year of your life. Yeah. Wow. But then there's the other side of like, okay, well, what about like the rest of my life? Like, is it just
you're going to die at 37?
Yes. Yeah. Am I going to die at 37? What the hell? I hope not. I mean, yeah, because like a lot of my content, though, I get a lot of comments of people saying like, you're dead. You're getting Charlie Kirked. You're done. Because I'm doing all this political stuff with a mask on and a suit in front of government buildings. So I can see it. In some clips, I do get terrified to post, even the one I'm working on right now. Every one I'm like, oh, this one's way too far. I can't do it. But then I do it anyway, and it seems to go okay. So we'll see.
Yes. I haven't like watched all of your clips, so it doesn't seem hateful.
No, it's not hateful. I think it's light. But like, I was in front of the Israeli embassy, I was in front of the Saudi embassy, and I say some pretty edgy things. One clip, I say like, I'm in front of the White House in this clip, and I go, oh, there's never going to be something laws if there's a mass something at a school, but if there's a mass something at a country club, maybe people will start to care about something laws. And, you know, so I feel like I'm skating the edge a little bit with like some of the messages. And yeah, the one I'm editing right now, I'm pretty terrified about, but I'm trying to censor it in a way where I think I can get away with it. So
it's just like people are, I don't know, also like these crazy people that we keep talking about. It doesn't have to be hateful. It's just like helicopter guy. Yeah. Like just one word they hate and then they're out to get you.
Yeah. When I talk about the church or God or Jesus or stuff, people very quickly, like, because I did all this Jesus stuff in a positive intention, but there's all these comments like, yeah, do it about Muhammad, pussy. Yeah. You won't. You come for us. Dude, one of my DMs just said, I'm going to kill you in real life.
Wow.
That's a good one. Yeah, in real life.
Profile picture with a guy with his cat.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I do get a good amount of death threats, but, you know, you kind of get numb to it.
Worth it for the YouTube payout.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I'm having a great time. You know? I'm having a good life. So
back to the psychic readings.
Yeah.
Were there other things that they said that made sense, or stuff about your past or anything else that connected aside from the 36?
Not in those past readings. I've been told before, like, oh, you have a guardian angel or two guardian angels. And I lost my mom when I was young. So it's like, oh, well, that's nice, like, to believe maybe she's up there. I mean, that's a tough thing for me, too, because I wasn't that religious until I lost my mom, because she was very religious. But so, like...
What was their religion?
Christianity. Okay. I think it was a Lutheran church we went to. But, yeah, so, like, I pray every day, pretty much. And I pray to God and my mom. I say, dear God, dear mom. Because in my head, I go, well, if one is real, the other is. Right. And I'd much rather like to believe that God is real and my mom exists somewhere, because if not, then it's just, you know, a pile of bones in a box with nothing ever. So I'd much rather believe, God and my mom exist somewhere. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe guardian angel.
That's nice.
I flew off the road one time in the only space that wouldn't kill me. And so that was a moment where it's like, wow, that's pretty interesting intervention maybe. Yeah, I was speeding on the highway in the rain. Car did a complete 360 off of the highway. I'm going backwards into the median. I have no idea what I'm about to hit. But luckily, it went into like a patch of grass. If I was up or backwards, like 20 more feet, drop off like a cliff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, I would have been so dead. But yeah, so didn't die in that moment. So it's not time yet.
It would be cool if a psychic said that moment, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. No, instead of just generic shit.
Yeah. I'm always just looking for... like the hard proof from it. I'm just always looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when we die?
I think you go up to like a beach resort style heaven. Because have you seen like they do like all these interviews with people who like die for a moment and they ask them what they've seen, and they combine all those images together, and essentially it looks like a beach resort. It's probably like the Garden of Eden. I think God just recycled the model he made, you know, because he's like, I already made this. Let's just make that heaven. So I think. Yeah, I've had dreams about heaven before where it's like every, you know, kind of wholesome pleasure you imagine. I had one dream that heaven was like a hotel and the first floor was like a gym and then a bar and then the top floor was a beach. And you were just on a beach. So I'm like, oh, this sounds about right. And God was like just a guy hanging at the beach bar who you could like chat with or whatever.
That'd be so nice.
So yeah, I think it's something like that. And then I think if you want, you can be shot back down to earth and do it again, but they just clear your memory. So yeah, I see it more of like I see it like a game where, and then you're up there and they're like, you want to go back down? It's totally random, you know. They spin a wheel and you're like, all right, please not, I think Tosh had the joke, like, please not Chinese girl or whatever. Yeah, so I think,
Not Amber.
I think it is a thing where you go up there, you do whatever you want, or you explore. I mean, God, all this stuff, it's probably just a collection of energy that you can influence through your own actions and your own energy. So, yeah, I mean, I do believe a lot of like you do good things for people, good things happen back to you. Like literally, like, dude, there's been days I'll give someone a $20 bill and then later that night someone will buy me a $20 dinner. So like literally down to the dollar point where I'm like, oh wow, this is nuts. So yeah, I think if you just, continue to be decent life will happen.
Random quick question. Are you a reader?
Yeah.
Have you ever read the book, The Celestine Prophecy?
No. What's that?
One day I'm going to find it.
What is it?
Watch it? It's like it's a fictional book, but it's based on like philosophy and this like idea of like when you die, it's about like, like a bunch of like synchronicities in life and then like following a certain path. And then when you die, you kind of like choose like what life you want to come back into. And you're trying to like go through like all the different traumas until you like reach like until like you do all the things and like you like
I've heard kind of that before.
Yeah.
I've heard it called like the egg theory, where you just live every existence.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yes.
And then
I ask so many people and no one's ever read the book, or the movie's terrible. Don't see
I started
movie.
reading last night. I've heard so much about Stoicism and Marcus Aurelius. Have you heard? Yeah, like a Roman emperor or whatever, but people cite it all the time. So the house I'm renting right now, this apartment, I found Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, this thing everybody says. I'm like, okay, let me give it a read. So I like read about half of it last night, and I'm like, oh well, this is just like the most simple shit I've ever read.
It's also just kind of like ignore everything. I feel like.
It's like have a good attitude, don't let things get. I'm like, this is the most simple shit, but everybody's like, wow, what a genius. But yeah, I think that's what it is overall. I mean, I preach this all the time, no matter what I'm doing. It's like, dude, sunlight, exercise, water, food, and talking to friends is like it. That's everything. And like everything else is just like trying to sell you shit, and you don't need any of that shit. So it really is so simple. And like they keep doing studies too, where it's like, 6 minutes of exercise is the same as taking an antidepressant. I literally saw a Yahoo News article the other day that said scientists are claiming that vegetables are good for you. No. I'm like, is it this bad where people don't know the most simple shit?
It is though.
It is.
It is because there's like people like the Liver King and whatever that people are choosing to follow, where they're just like, oh, just eat like raw animal meat all day and you're going to be great.
The amount of like Ozempic ads I see on the subway.
Yeah.
I'm like, do this many people inject themselves now?
crazy.
You do?
I do.
Oh, I'm so terrified of that shit.
It's okay. But you're like a thin person,
Right.
so you probably but your bone structure. I'm assuming you've never been a heavy person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to go.
Does it hurt when they do it?
I do it.
Yeah, you do
Yeah,
it. Does
but
it hurt when
it's
you
a very thin needle, and there's a couple times where I get like the angle slightly wrong. I don't have like a steady hand, but usually it's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick shot, but it's a terrible experience.
Oh God.
The whole thing's terrible. I'm always like I've lost 30 pounds so far, but it's like nauseous, terrible. But like I get it though. It's the same thing of like doing like bariatric surgery, I assume, where like when they like cut part of your stomach out, where you just have to not feel hungry for a while.
What led you to
life.
get to that?
Being really fat.
She's crazy.
Did you try
really
like
fat.
other shit first?
I couldn't, because like I've always roller coastered in my life, and so like I've been in shape, I've been out of shape, and I go back and forth. But this time I just couldn't make myself do the obvious things that you're saying. I couldn't make myself start the exercising, start the eating, or whatever. And I was like, I just need a nudge.
Okay.
And so, but I need
Okay, but
more
still
than
even
the
deeper.
nudge.
I mean, if you don't mind, why don't you think you could make yourself just start exercising?
Depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That usually is what it is.
Yeah, and I didn't want to take the medication. It's like medication for depression or the shot. I chose the shot.
That's one of the things I like about Scientology. They're not jobs, but they don't believe in like pills and shit.
Medicine, yeah.
And they think you can just talk it out. And there's like an interview with Tom Cruise where he's actually like going at the reporter, because the reporter's like hounding him hard, and he's like, why are you so like upset? He's like, are you okay? So like they kind of just believe like talk it out, and I like that too. But yeah, I know it's not that easy.
Yeah,
for a lot
they're
of
the
folks.
devil. They're the devil.
Yeah, a lot of things they do are not great, but I like that part.
Okay. we're gonna wrap here. We're gonna do some plugs and get out of here. We went a little bit over. I apologize.
Oh,
for
happy
taking
to
so
do
much
it.
time.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on,
It means a lot, So
Happy to have you here. And thank you, Josie Marcelino.
Yes,
for making
Josie
this
Marcelino.
connection.
Love her so much. She's great.
She's awesome. Anything you want to plug?
Not really.
YouTube page.
Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't want to be associated with us?
Monetize, baby. Let's make money.
John Jacob CC on YouTube and TikTok. Maybach Diamonds on Instagram. So those are the three. I'm in Delaware on February 13. And I may go to Seattle at the end of February. Yeah, I'm
Excellent.
deciding.
And
A
check-
lady on TikTok wants to fly me to Seattle and put me in a fancy
Ooh.
B&B.
There you go.
I'm just on
I
the
don't
fence
know.
about
Be
it because
careful.
This is year 36 for you.
I know, right?
What's
She
that?
showed up to a show I did outdoors, like one of these mask things I was doing, and she gave me $100, and she was very nice. But yeah, she hit me up and she's like, "I've got this fancy B&B, your own bedroom. I'll fly you out to Seattle if you just want to go." So I'm thinking about it.
Think about it, baby.
Oh, just like let people know where you are.
Yeah.
Figs, what are you gonna plug?
Improv Fort Lauderdale, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this weekend. I'm at the Stand, New York Comedy Club. You guys already know. At Comic Mike Figs everywhere. Check out my YouTube page as well, at Comic Mike Figs.
You can follow me on Instagram at ShannonLee6982. Wherever you watch the show, you can also watch it live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern at gasdigital.com. Use promo code TTI. You'll get a discount on your subscription, access to every single episode of the show we've ever done, as well as every single episode of our exclusive Power Hour episodes where me, Figs, comedians get very drunk, terrible things happen, and you can only watch that if you're a subscriber. If you listen on iTunes or YouTube, make sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment. Every little bit of interaction helps the show to grow. And thank you guys. There are people that comment on every single YouTube video. They're so supportive and we love you guys. Thank you. And if you have, also our live YouTube premiere every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, usually me, Figs, Jorge, all of us hang out in there and watch the episode along with you. And if you have stories to submit for bad dates, bad things, or scary things, or videos that you see online that you think fit into those segments, send it into thethingispodcast@gmail.com to be featured on the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much, John, for being
Thank
on
you.
the show.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the bell?
It's whenever you say the thing is the name of the show.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yes. We'll be back next week. Bye,
That
guys.
answered it.